Welcome all for the happy learning in data structures and algorithm. Today we are discussing third module, and in third module we are discussing the fourth session, which is about linked list type. The previous session we have discussed the types of linked list, where we have singly linked list, doubly linked list and circularly linked list, and we have covered singly linked list and doubly linked list in the previous session, and in today's session we will see circularly linked list. Okay, in circularly linked list we have the link from the last node to the first node, whereas in singly linked list we have only one forward link, that is we have only the pointer to specify the next address of the next element. Whereas in a doubly linked list we have two links, one is forward link and the backward link, and it will be starting with the head and it will be ending with the null. Okay, whereas in the circularly linked list we will be reconnecting the last node with the first node. Okay, so there is no null and head here. So when I connect my null to head, it forms as a circularly linked list. Clear with what a circularly linked list? Here the last node will be connected back to the first node. This is what circularly linked list is. See, here we have 10, 15, 22, 50. 10 is holding the address of 15 and 15 is holding the address of 22 and 22 is holding the address of 50. What about 50? If it is the case of singly linked list, it will be null. Even in the same case for a doubly linked list, it will be null. The address of the 50 will be null. Okay, whereas since it is a circular linked list, it is specifying the address of the first node. So what is the address here? 1001, which is the address of the first node 10. This is what circularly linked list is. We'll see the definition for it. We use a structure to define the node, then the element type and the element what we are going to use and the position next. This is what structure definition for a circularly linked list. Okay, we'll see the operations here. Here you are going to check whether the circular linked list is empty or what. Okay, for that what is the code we are using is, we are checking the function whether it is empty or what. So it is int is empty. Int is the data type and is empty is the function what we are going to perform, and where we are going to check that in the list L. And what is the condition we are checking? We are checking with the if statement. If L of next is equal to L, return true. Okay, what is L of next? It specifies here when do you say that the list is empty? When you don't have the element in the list. So you are checking that when L of next, when you don't have next, then what happens? It specifies that there is no element in the list, so it will be returning true. True is it is specifying that your list is empty. When it is equal to L, when L is last node, when it is equal to last node, then it specifies there it will be returning false. Okay, when you have a next node, when you have a next node, it specifies the element is followed with that node, so definitely it cannot be the last node. Now this is the next function to check whether the current position is the last node in the circularly linked list. So what we do, what is the function we perform here? We are going to check whether it is a last position. So its function is last. In the list L we are checking it and we are checking the position of it, current position. So what we do, again we are checking whether it is the last node or what. So if the P of next, position of next is equal to L, last, then it is returning it is a last node. Okay, it will be current position is the last node in the circularly linked list, else it will be returning false. When it will return false? When it is not equal to the last node. When it is not equal to last node, then it specifies there is an element followed by it, so definitely it is not the last element in the list. Next function, we are checking what is the position of element in an circularly linked list. We are going to find the current element's position in the list. So what is the function carried out? Find is the function. We are going to find that in the list L, and what element we are going to find is the X, and the element type will be returned in element type. What we are doing, we are going to start from the first position. So position, we are defining it, position P. P is equal to L of next. Okay, in the list, each and every position will be represented through in the list. While it is not equal to last node, and when P of element is not equal to NX, we will be incrementing. What we have seen in a singly linked list and doubly linked list, same here. We are checking whether the position is last or what, and whether the element what you are going to find is equal or what. If not, it will be incrementing the position, else it will be returning P. Okay, then next here is a function to insert an element in a circularly linked list. Okay, when you go with the insertion, there is 3 cases again as what we have seen in singly linked list and doubly linked list. Even here the same thing, you will be inserting either at the beginning or at the intermediate node or at the end. Okay, we will see what is the code for that. What is the function we are going to perform? Insert is the function. We are going to insert in the list L, and we are going to specify the position where it has to be inserted, that is by position P, and the element to be inserted as X. Okay, for that we are creating a temporary temp. We are storing that, and we are storing by creating an malloc, by creating a memory using an malloc function. Then we reconnect the nodes as how we did it in a single linked list. We reconnect the codes. First we will be creating a node, we will be storing a temp, and we will be breaking the link, and we will be recreating the link as usual how we have did in the single linked list and doubly linked list. Okay, the last operation in the circular linked list is deletion or removing an element from a list. So what is the procedure there? When we remove an element, the link has to be disconnected and new link has to be created. So what is the function we are going to perform here? Delete is the function, and we are going to do that in the list L, and the element what you are going to delete will be your element type. Okay, so you are going to store the element in the position P, store the element to be deleted in the position P, and you store that in temp. Okay, now what you are going to do is from the first node you will be checking for the element to be deleted. Okay, and you will be, if that is found, you will be deleting that element in the temp, and you will be freeing the memory space allocated for temp. So if temp, otherwise you will be incrementing until the element to be deleted is found. Okay, that is what temp cell will be your P of next. Unless you don't get the element to be deleted in a particular node, you keep on incrementing and you disconnect the link, and you regenerate the link by giving P of next equal to temp of next. So while you do this, a new link will be created, and finally you will be freeing the memory space allocated for the temp cell. This is all about the circularly linked list. Again, this can be implemented. What we have seen so far is the circularly singly linked list. Same thing can be implemented for the circularly doubly linked list, where you have to create 2 more links there. One more link, backward link. So far we have seen only the circularly singly linked list, where we have used only forward link. Same can be implemented by creating a backward link. This is all about circularly linked list. Thank you all.